Hi, I'm Kenny Joya. Welcome to another one of my tutorials. In this video series, we're going to learn how to create a loop-based production in Reaper. Next, we're going to bring in some musical loops, starting with bass. Let's go back to the website, and we're going to search right here, friar-tuck-bass. And there's a loop right here, which sounds like this. It's a very deep bass loop. Now keep in mind, as we're doing this, I've already gone through and picked the loops that are going to work in this song. So when you're creating your own, you're probably going to search more generic terms, like bass loop or drum loop. So let's download this, go back to Reaper and our hard drive, and here's that loop. Again, we'll drag it in, right to bar 1. And again, it's not perfect, so we'll stretch it to be exactly 4 bars. So it sounds like this. Then we can loop it by copying it and pasting it every 4 bars. Now we're dealing with musical loops. The pitch matters along with the tempo. This is the first musical loop we added, so this could be the key we match the other loops to. Or we could change it right now. We could double click our track and then right click it, go to Item Properties, and change the pitch right over here. We could bring it up, or bring it down. To change the key of our song. But we're going to keep this at the original pitch. And we'll match the other loops to this key. We'll name it bass, give it a color, and once again, we'll save it. Next, we're going to bring in an electric piano. Let's go to the website, type in ROT. There's a loop right here that sounds like this. It's kind of a combination of bells or chimes or an electric piano. So let's download it, go back to Reaper, and here's that loop. Let's just drag it in. Drop it at bar 1. Now this loop is a bit different. It has embedded tempo in the loop. So we have 2 options. We could adjust the media to the project tempo or the project to the media tempo. We'll choose the first, which will save us a step. Hit OK, and it brings it in at the right tempo, perfectly 8 bars long. Let's hear it without the bass, with the percussion loops. Sounded pretty good. But as I mentioned, when we're dealing with pitch instruments, they need to be in the same key, or at least sound good together. So let's hear it with the bass. Those pitches definitely clash. So let's change the pitch of the electric piano. Let's just double click it instead of right clicking it. And that also opens up the media item properties. We can change the pitch right here. Let's try to bring it down one step until we find the pitch that works with the bass. Still a bit off. Let's try -2. Let's try -3. That sounds really good right there. They both sound like they're playing in the same key. So let's copy this and paste it over here. That should be long enough for now. Let's hear it with the other loops. Sounding good. We'll give it a name and a color. And adjust the volume over here. Once again, we'll save it. Next, we're going to add a synth. Let's go back to the website and let's search callow-visions. There's a loop right here that sounds like this. Let's download it. And let's bring it in right here. And again, we can adjust this loop to the project tempo. Now right now, it's 4 bars, so it sounds like this. That's a bit too slow, so let's stretch it to cut it in half. Make it 2 bars, bring the volume down a bit. I like it better at that tempo, but it's out of key. Sounds good by itself, but it doesn't match our electric piano and the bass. So let's double click it and pitch it up by 1. Let's hear that. Let's go one more to 2. That sounds good. Let's duplicate it by copying it and then pasting it over here. Before we continue to paste it, I want to cut it up the second time. So let's make this track a bit bigger. Select it, hold down Control and Shift on the PC or Command Shift on the Mac and use the mouse wheel. That makes the selected track bigger or smaller with the mouse wheel. Make it nice and big. Then we're going to cut this up based on 16th notes. So go to the grid over here and right click it. Change the grid to 16th notes. See the grid changes, and we're only selecting the second loop, not this one. Then we go to the action menu and choose Action List. And we're going to type in the filter, split. And there's an action down here, split items at timeline grid. That's going to cut it up based on our grid size, or split it. So we'll run it. And now we created multiple items as 16th notes. So now I'm going to select the second one and the fourth one and so on. And just delete them. That creates a pattern like this. I'm going to change it at the end, delete this one, and trim this one out so it's longer. So it sounds like this. So now we can duplicate that. Let's select everything, copy it, and then paste it right over here. And at bar 9, that's enough. Let's give it a name, synth1, and a color. Let's hear it back and set the level. That sounds pretty good. For now, let's move on and add some more loops to our song. Let's go.